has the United States just left the room when it comes to climate policy?
No, we have not. In fact, just because there's a change in leadership at the White House does not mean that the United States is not all in on this energy transition. And when I say that, I'm talking about the states, the cities, the non-governmental organizations, and business in particular, who have been all in on making sure that they are leading and building the products that will get all of these other countries to their goals.
How can you be so sure, though? Trump has vowed to scrap offshore wind projects. He wants to roll back climate regulations. He wants to hit go on drill, baby, drill. So what are those policies going to mean in practice?
Well, let's just say that we've been here before. He withdrew from the Paris Agreement 7 years ago, and the United States kept going because members of Congress wanted to see these projects in their district. We are now building all of these products. We're building batteries for electric vehicles. We're building the vehicles. We're building the offshore wind turbines. We're building the solar panels. And all of those are factories. And those factories are in districts of members of Congress. 80% of the funding from the president's signature bills, the Inflation Reduction Act and the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, have gone to red districts, districts represented by Republicans. It would be political malpractice to undo those opportunities when people are just now getting hired. 400,000 people have been hired so far just because of these two bills. Today is the 3rd anniversary of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, and it has created an enormous difference across the country. It would be really foolish, and in fact we've gotten bipartisan support from members of Congress. They sent 14 House members sent letters saying, please do not undo the incentives in the Inflation Reduction Act.
We learned today that even Russia wants to stay in the Paris Climate Agreement. So what will it mean for the United States if the US leaves?
Well, let's just say this. Number one, other countries are urging the US to stay in. Russia, Israel is asking. And major oil producers like Darren Woods from Exxon has said, you know, you need to have consistency. The business community wants consistency. This isn't just about in, out, shifting back and forth. Let's have a consistent practice. Now, as I say, we've been here before. They did pull out before, but we got back in. And all of this activity that's happening across the country is not going to stop. These laws are 10-year laws. And I say we've got 900 factories that have opened up in the United States to build these products so far. These are going to go on and on. And one thing that the president-elect has said is that he wants to bring back manufacturing. Well, that is happening. Are you going to stop that now? I mean, this is inexorable, this momentum toward clean energy. And the United States and these communities across the country who are hiring people are building the products that will get us there.
And just on the Inflation Reduction Act, is it really going to stand up with a climate skeptic in the White House?
Well, let's just say, I mean, his right-hand man, Elon Musk, is somebody who has been strongly in favor of products that address climate change. Obviously, he was the founder of Tesla. So let me just also say that the idea of undoing all of this investment coming into the United States today, there was a Johns Hopkins study out that said that what it would mean would be loss of billions and billions of export opportunities as well as investment in the U.S. Who would want to do this for communities that have been left behind, for communities that have no other recourse? Now you're seeing in factories that were closed, factories opening up and giving those people opportunity. It just is counterproductive. Why would we take a backseat to an economic competitor like China? They have an economic strategy. They want to be number one. So if we get out of the game, we're just going to cede that territory all over again? It's bad strategy for the United States and for workers and for communities across the country.